So we
Hello
will
students,
start
now
with
we will
introduction
see
to
8th Science
friction.
11 chapter.
So when we
Friction.
kick football, we observe that ball comes to rest after some time. You got this experience whenever we are kicking the ball, after some time it will move. Or when we stop paddling, the bicycle is automatically comes to rest. Whenever you are riding the bicycle, you will get this experience. So there is some unseen force is acting on them, which is holding back their movement. This unseen force is known as friction. Friction is the force which holds back the movement of a moving object. Friction is the resistance of motion of one object moving relative to another. The frictional force acts in the opposite direction. Each and every object on the universe is acting a force on others. So, for example, we can walk without sleeping because of the friction only. When we are moving in forward direction, then the friction is acting in a backward direction. But friction depends on the nature of the medium, like the roughness and the smoothness of the surface. On the smooth surface, friction is less compared to the rough surface. We feel slippery and fall. So, if there is a more roughness, then friction increases. When we feel very hard to move. Now we will just discuss the causes of friction. So every object has a rough surface, even though the surface may appear to be smooth to our eyes. When we saw through the microscope, we can observe the rough edges. These are called the irregularities of surface. So interlocking of irregularity surface opposes the motion of one object over the others and gives rise to force of friction. So here you are able to see in this circle, see there is the irregularity and the box is over that surface and it is get interlocked, so we require the force to drag that box, and this is nothing but the frictional force. Friction is caused by the interlocking of these irregular surfaces of two objects which are in contact with each other. Here it is shown how the irregular surfaces get interlocked, and by this we need to apply more force to drag the box. So just see, friction is the resistance of motion, resistant to motion of one object moving relative to other. Friction depends upon the nature of medium. A necessary evil. We have experienced that it is very easy to drive on a smooth surface when don't need to put extra efforts while moving on a smooth surface. But if the surface is very rough, then it becomes very difficult to drive and even walk on the such surface. The roughness of surface is due to the friction, and its roughness is defined in terms of coefficients of friction. The high value of friction makes life very difficult, and if there is no friction and the surface is completely smooth, again it is problem. So let's first understand friction. So friction is simply the force resisting the relative motion of solid surfaces, fluid layers and material elements sliding against each other. So friction may opposes the relative motion of a body. Friction is acting opposite to the direction of. If a body of a weight m g is the gram is laying on a rough surface, then the normal reaction force will be equal to the weight of the body. So you are aware that force, the normal reaction means however weight is there, whatever weight of the body is the friction of that object. If the body is moving with some velocity, then a force of friction will act against the motion of the body. So here you are able to see friction is always opposite, means it is opposite force. So latest coefficients of frictions is lambda u, then the force of friction. Now let's discuss how friction affects our lives and how it is necessary. So consider a place where we are trying to move our vehicle, but we cannot move because of excessive friction. So here you are able to see the car is able to move on a road, but because of the excessive friction, now here vehicle is not able to move. It will be impossible to live in such a world where the force of friction would not allow us to move. But in contrast, it is also impossible to live in a world without friction. It will be equally it is equally tough to walk in a frictionless place. If we try to drive or move on a frictionless surface, then we will not be able to stop once the motion is started. It is almost impossible to drive also. So friction is very important in our life. That is why we call it is necessary. So just let's understand why we call friction as evil. So if we rub our hands, then we feel सांगितलं आणायला वडा वडा तुझं सांगितलं आहे मी एक तिथूनच तू दे मला मी तुझे दिले गिरे का दत्ता अंकल हो हो We have seen the tires of a vehicle, they heat up due to contact with the road. This contact causes friction and heat. So this heat and roughness of the road causes the wear and tear of the tires. This wear and tear reduces the life of vehicle. That is why we call friction as evil. So, we can understand how important friction in our lives and how it makes our lives worse. Since it is important and affects lives badly, we call it as a necessary evil. So, just we will take a rapid look. It is also impossible to live in a world without friction. It is very tough to walk in a frictionless space. We cannot drive properly on the completely smooth surface. Friction is very necessary to stop our vehicles. Friction causes wear and tear in the vehicle. Friction causes wear and tear in vehicles. It reduces the life of the vehicle. That is why we call friction as a evil. Since friction is necessary and also has adverse effects on lives, we call a necessary evil. So here you are able to see how the box is moving on the smooth surface, and this is because of the irregularities on the two surfaces which are in contact. So here in a smooth surface the irregularities are less, so the box will move very smoothly. So friction is caused by the irregularities on two surfaces which are in contact. The irregularities on both surfaces tend to lock into each other, and this reduces the motion of the object. The smooth surfaces, we have a very low interlocking between the surfaces. That's why friction is less over there. The rough surfaces, we have high interlocking between the surfaces. That's why friction is more over there. So here in the diagram you are able to see on the smooth surface a very less or negligible irregularities are there. So they are not able to interlock in between. So here friction is less. On the rough surface here, so many irregularities are there. So they get interlocked, and when we want to pull or when we want to push something, so we have to overcome all the irregularities. So the friction is more. We can sum it up this way. Friction is high on the high rough surface and low on smooth surface. Apart from the smoothness, the weight of the body also affects friction. Imagine if we were to push a 5 kg box and a 10 kg box on a surface. We will find that the box number 3 with 5 kg is easier to push. This is because when the mass of the object increases, the resistance between the surfaces will be higher. More the weight, more is the friction. Less weight, less friction. So now it's time to just quick recap. Friction is affected by two factors: nature of the surface and mass of the object. A smoother surface offers less friction, whereas a rough surface offers more friction. Friction of an object increases as its weight increases. A heavier object will have more friction than a lighter object. So keep learning up with the stories. We will discuss ways to increase and decrease friction. We have seen that while playing carom, we sprayed powder on the board. When striker of the carom board does not slide properly, we put some powder on it. And after putting powder on it, the striker moves smoothly. What is the reason behind it? Yes, the irregularities is reduced by putting the powder in that space of the irregularity. The powder is filled up, and that is the reason why the striker moves smoothly as reduced the irregularity. We have also seen that the surface of ice skating board is very smooth. But the shoes used for climbing have a groomed surface. Yes, because whenever we are climbing, at that time we need to take a good grip on that surface. To take the good grip, there is a need to increase the irregularities. That is the reason they have the grooved surface. The reason behind this is friction. In some cases it is a lot, but in some cases it is less. Friction plays an important role in our lives. Sometimes we need friction, but sometimes it works as well. So let us study how we can increase or decrease friction. First, we will discuss the methods through which one can increase friction. So grooves are made on the bottom surface of shoes and on the tires of vehicles. The special structures made on the tires is to increase the friction. These grooves helps in increasing the friction so that the tires can easily move or run on the road. Hence, the grooves can be used for increasing friction. Next, we have seen that during the rainy season, people sprayed sand or gravel on the wet road. Yes, why? Because without the sand, there is a very little friction on the wet road. Therefore, there are chances for vehicles to skid. Hence, to prevent skidding, people sprayed sand on the road. So, till now we discussed some of the methods to increase the friction. Now, let us try to understand some ways of decreasing friction. In machinery, there is a wastage of energy in the form of heat because of friction. As we have seen, when there is a friction, there is a formation of the heat. So, in such places, there is a need to reduce friction.